Apple discontinued its line of AirPort routers in 2018, and right now, there's never been a better time to bring them back. Let me break down why you too should want to see new AirPort devices return. Real quick, before we get into it, be sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on so you don't miss my latest video. The wireless space is an entirely different beast from when Apple abandoned the router market to the likes of Linksys, Netgear, and Eero, among others. Back then, it was common for most people to have a single access point in their home, or maybe a repeater for those far corners. In 2024, mesh networking has taken over, blanketing homes with strong, fast Wi-Fi from 2, 3, or more nodes, depending on your home size. This brings me to one of the first reasons that it makes sense for Apple to re-enter the space. See, Apple is already well positioned in the home, with speakers and streaming boxes throughout. It would be easy to offer a high-end version of the Apple TV or HomePod that could double as a mesh networking node. This would remove any additional boxes that you would have to hook up to run your Wi-Fi. I could see Apple creating a similar setup process too, like its other smart home accessories. Tap your phone on top of a router and it could pair via NFC and walk you through the setup just like a light switch or a HomePod. I'm far too tired of the frustrating process of waiting for lights to flash and holding different buttons and then apps just spinning as they search for new devices. There's a better way, and Apple already has it. Speaking of smart home accessories, this is another reason why it makes sense for Apple to do this now. In Apple Home, or HomeKit for the OG users out there, they're supposed to be HomeKit routers. They control internet access for your smart home accessories and control who they can communicate with. For example, you could prevent your smart home accessories from accessing anything outside of your home, or you could limit them just to your manufacturer's servers for certain unique features. But there aren't really any on the market. Hey, real quick, do you want to experience twice as fast load times in Safari on your iPhone, iPad, and Mac? Then download Magic Lasso Ad Block, the ad blocker designed for you. It's easy to set up, blocks all YouTube ads, and doubles the speed at which Safari can load. Thank you to Magic Lasso Ad Block for sponsoring today's video. Magic Lasso is a fast, efficient, and high-performance ad blocker. With over 5,000 5-star reviews, it's one of the highest rated Safari ad blockers for your iPhone, iPad, and Mac. Magic Lasso blocks all intrusive ads, trackers, and annoyances in Safari and lets you see the difference that ad blocking makes. And unlike some other ad blockers, Magic Lasso respects your privacy and doesn't accept payment from advertisers. The app also blocks over 10 types of YouTube ads, including all video ads and pop-up banner ads. So, join over 300,000 users and download Magic Lasso Ad Block from the App Store or via magiclasso.co. As a special offer for AppleInsider viewers, use the link below to receive 1 month's free access to all of the app's features. Thanks again to Magic Lasso Ad Block for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to it. There are 2 listed on Apple's website. The Amplify Alien, which only works when used as a solo router and not as part of a mesh network, and the Linksys Velop, which is years old at this point. Eero used to support Apple Home, but discontinued it on its newer models. Apple has reaffirmed to AppleInsider that the router program is not dead, but manufacturers have told me otherwise. I've heard from others that Apple has effectively ended the program and is no longer allowing new models to sign up for certification. Whether or not the program is active or not, the result is the same. There are basically no Apple Home routers available. Part of the reason could be that Matter support is reportedly coming down the line, bringing compatibility to other platforms as well as Apple Home. This makes the market ripe for Apple to launch a new Apple Home-enabled router and bring Matter support too when it's ready. This is all happening at a time when Wi-Fi is about to undergo a major upgrade. Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 6E were both relatively minor improvements. They improved efficiency, added some extra bands which did up performance, but not in the same way that Wi-Fi 7 will. Wi-Fi 7's biggest claim to fame will be up to 4 times the speed as its predecessors. Peak rates can hit up to 40 gigabits per second. There are lots of other improvements too, and if you want a breakdown of all the benefits coming to Wi-Fi 7, let me know down below in the comments and I can work on a dedicated video. If Apple were to introduce routers again, it would mesh. Get it? with this burgeoning upgrade cycle. I would also like to rant for just a few moments about the fact that there's still no real first-party way to back up your Mac in 2024. Apple's iCloud offers minimal storage for essentials and isn't designed to back up your whole Mac. Apple has always recommended Time Machine for backups, which you can use by connecting a wired or wireless external drive from some third party. Apple used to offer the Time Capsule for this, which was a drive built into an AirPort router. Now, Apple lets you fend for yourself. I'd love a new Time Capsule to wirelessly back up my Mac from anywhere. Technically, Apple's already working on Wi-Fi technology. We've heard multiple times that Apple is developing its own first-party wireless chips to use in its products. It could similarly create its own chipsets to run an Apple router and truly control the entire stack. Imagine the performance benefit you'd see if Apple created the wireless chip in both your router and your iPhone. Finally, what may be the biggest reason of all for Apple to expand its product portfolio? Services revenue. An Apple-branded router is ripe with services potential. Apple could bolster the physical hardware purchase by tying iCloud features to it. Things like remote connectivity for your files or Macs on your home network, perhaps local storage for your HomeKit secure video cameras. If you use iCloud Plus now, there's already Private Relay to help protect your data. A router could include this for all of your devices, basically a built-in whole home VPN. I could also see screen time expanded to the router and control access for children's devices and work with even non-Apple products. There's just so many possibilities here. I know there are a lot of routers out there, but Apple could do something special here. People tend to not want to think about their routers, but a new AirPort could be exciting and offer way more potential than they ever could before. Let me know down below in the comments if you'd buy an Apple router and what features you'd like to see. Otherwise, I'll catch you next time.